Thanks everyone for being on the webcast tonight. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to congratulate you, no matter what time zone you're in, no matter where you are around the world right now, whether you're viewing this live, whether you're viewing the recording. Thanks for taking the step up to leadership. Thanks for leading the way and showing, your team that you're committed to this journey with us with Agel. What we're going to do today is what we do every Monday night, and we share tips, we share strategies about what's happening in the world of Agel, and we give you some tips on growing your business. My name is Faouzi Daghistani. I'm an Agel director based here in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm going to facilitate tonight's webinar and guide you through a few things that are really important with what's happening in the world with Agel. So let's get straight stuck into it. And the first thing I want to talk about is our continuing promotion, the Agel Premier Club 4x4 promotion. Now, this promotion runs through until the end of this month. The rewards, guys, are outstanding, and they include a $200 bonus paid to you when you achieve Premier Club. So what I urge you to do, look for the full details on the Agel Facebook page. It's definitely something each and every one of us should be aiming for before the end of August. And there's some, like I said, there's some great rewards available there for those people who achieve it, and those people even more who help their team members achieve that goal of Premier Club. What we're going to do now is go to our August book of the month, which is Little Things Matter by Todd Smith. Now, this is a great book. It's written by an entrepreneur. He's enjoyed massive success in the network marketing industry. And the best part is for all of us, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the best part is the PDF of the book and an audio of the book is currently available at no cost, and it's complimentary for all Agel team members. So what I suggest you do, go back to the Agel Facebook page, find the post that was made in regards to this book, and click on the link for the free downloads, because it's only available for a short time, but it's well worth it. I did that during the week, and I tell you what, the fact that there's an audio is also excellent. Now we go to our next announcement, which is, of course, the massive event that we have coming up, Agel World Rimini in Italy. And I can't wait for this event. The dates are February 10 to 12, 2017. And I can assure you this is going to be one magnificent event. Now, tickets, in case you're not aware, tickets for Agel World are now available through your back office. So go ahead and get yours now. And if you get a chance today, go onto the Agel Facebook page, or whether it's tonight in your country, and view the short video that Glenn has put up making announcements in regards to this pinnacle event. And I can tell you, you'd be crazy to miss it. So do everything you can to be there with your team in February. This is going to be an awesome time in an incredible country with incredible people. It's going to be a fantastic event, and something that honestly I do believe it'll change everything around us in the world of Agel, what's going to happen at this event. So go onto Facebook, have a look at the video Glenn shared, because there's more information there. Another part of what's been happening around the world is you can see so much stuff happening in terms of our leadership and our corporate guys going over to different countries, getting things off the ground. So we've had some great things happening, and here's what's happening in the world of Agel this week. In this picture, you can see Glenn and Gary Hassan, Glenn Jensen, and they're with our top income earners worldwide, Alberto and Patrizia Ceccarelli. And what we see here is them celebrating the opening of our new Italian office in Rome, and it's just meters away from the iconic Colosseum. I believe this is a major step forward for our Italian team members, and it's also a step that's been put in place in anticipation for the major growth we're expecting in Europe over the next few years. So this is going to be great, and I really look forward to being in Italy again, in Rome, to seeing this office that they've got happening there. Another part of the world that's going through an Agel resurgence is in Asia. You can see Gary here with new team members. It's from an event that occurred last week, and by all accounts, there's been some incredible leadership that's emerging in that region. So that's going to be really exciting to see. Nigeria, it's bouncing back stronger than ever. Several issues that were present in the market, they've been ironed out, and the team there is ready to grow just like never before. It's going to be exciting to see what develops out of that market, and I love what they're putting out on social media. It looks really great, and it looks very exciting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening there. And finally, of course, we have our Jewel of the Seas cruise that set off yesterday for a few days of sightseeing and adventure around Europe. So we've got dozens and dozens of team members that are qualified. They're on that cruise from all over the world, and they're in for an incredible time. And I'm looking forward to hearing all about it when they return. It's going to be great. So let's do a quick product update this week, which I know Gary loves to do, and I'd like to do as well. And this week's product update focuses on GSH. And guys, I've got to tell you, when you understand how important a role glutathione plays in our body, you'll never miss a day of taking this gel. Because did you know that there's almost 90,000 medical articles now available online that highlight the benefits of glutathione? These are medically researched articles that have been placed and are available. The important thing about this product is it helps with detoxification. It helps with a range of issues from just general overtiredness to arthritis and diabetes. And a lot of research has shown that raising your glutathione levels decreases muscle damage, reduces recovery time after working out, increases strength and endurance, and it shifts metabolism from fat production to muscle development. So that's really, that's incredible stuff. And I urge you all to take a good look at what this product can do for you and consider, really honestly consider adding it to your monthly ordership. I know I get it whenever it's available. We run out of stock so quickly here in Australia from this product because it's extremely popular. But I tell you what, get a hold of it whenever you get the chance. They're the updates that we need to be aware of right now. What I'd like to do right now is I'm going to go through, there was a decision made a couple of weeks back, and this decision revolved around the FTC making a judgment against a major network marketing direct sales company in the United States, and one that operates around the world in many, many countries, and a very popular and well-known one as well. And the important thing about this decision, well, the crux of this decision really came down to is hold on, what the FTC is saying, which is the Federal Trade Commission. What the FTC is saying is that, hey, guys, for those of you involved in network marketing direct sales, we love what you're doing, we understand it all, and we encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. But what we want to start to see is we want to start to see distributors creating real bona fide retail customers. So not people that are simply just part of your network. What we also want to see is people that are ordering the product week after week, month after month, and are using the product, but have got they're not in it to make money. They're not in it because they want to be part of a downline. So what I'd like to do is in the next few minutes, what I'd like to talk about is what we can do to help create more retail customers within our Agel business, because it's really crucial, it's very vital, and it's important that we skill up and learn how to be able to do that. So what I'd like to do is I'll run through a few ideas. You may want to take some notes, but definitely think about this and move forward with this idea, because it's going to be a very important part how every MLM business is structured over the next few years. So let's get started with that. The first thing I'd like to do is I'm going to go through some simple ideas on how to find more retail customers for your business, because we need to remind ourselves that customers, they're the lifeblood of any business. Without people buying and using the products each month, your business, it just won't make money. It won't even survive. So many distributors, they're taught to focus. Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not saying this is wrong, but perhaps we need to just fine-tune this a little. It's because many distributors are taught to focus all of their efforts on recruiting just other distributors. And I think that's a big mistake for two reasons. First of all, a large majority of the people you approach, they won't be interested in starting a business because they don't feel like they're entrepreneurs. But many of them will probably be interested in your products. And the second thing is when people do join your business opportunity, many of them won't stay on if they're not making money in the first few months. And this is the people that are brought in under the assumption that this is a business where you're going to make big money. They won't stay if they're not making that big money in the first few months. But if they love the product, they're more than likely to stay on and keep using it, even if they're not making money. And that's something you really need to be aware of. If you build your business based on an idea of constantly recruiting new team members only, you may end up with a revolving door in your business, which is obviously something we want to stay away from. And the best way to remedy that problem is to be product focused. Instead of spending all your time only looking for distributors to recruit and new team members, take some time to also look for people who will be interested in the products. Consider this. Would you rather have 100 happy customers who reorder each month because they love the products, or have 100 people join the business only with the idea of making money? Because of those 100 that join for the business, think about how many will continue to order if they don't bring in the big checks fast. And how many of them will continue to order product once they stop building the business? You know, my experience has been that if they come in with only an idea of creating an income, and if they don't get that fast, then they may even stop ordering product because they link the two together as that's what you need to do. So really consider that. This is what I believe, is that people who join a network marketing company because they love the products will often be your best distributors. So never forget that. The key to finding more customers is to be product focused and have a strategy. So here's a few ideas you can implement from this week to help grow your customer base. And I'm serious, you can start these from this week to help start getting some more customers into your business. So the first one is focus on your target market. Now, regardless of what anybody tells you, not everyone is your target market. One of the best things you can do is to make a list of the types of people most likely to use your product or be interested in your products. Once you know that type of person most likely to buy from you, then focus your marketing, your promotions, if you're doing any advertising, on reaching more people in that demographic. Now, in Agel, our target market is obviously those who are looking for a more convenient way to lose weight. They want to look and feel healthy, and they want to keep their youthful appearance. So think about those you know who are into these things. People who have got gym memberships, who are already on a weight loss program, or they're living a pretty active lifestyle. There's no point trying to sell anything to people that don't need it. It's much easier to focus on those who already have the mindset that what you have is something they currently need. I hope that makes sense. So the other thing is, the other strategy is, and we've got a great opportunity to do that with our business, is give away samples. Samples in this business are your friend. And in Agel, we've got a product line that's incredibly easy to share and provide samples of. So don't just hand them out to anybody. Create a connection with your prospect. Ask a few questions on what they're using and the results that they're already getting. Then give them a sample of a product that, if it sounds like what they need, let them know about it, and then ask for their feedback later on, because you'll be amazed as to how many people will order more product once someone tries a gel or two. Just last week, I sold a box of XO to a young guy. He admitted he barely touches fruit and vegetables. He tried one pack of XO. I explained to him what was in it, and he asked, more about it, and then he ordered a box on the spot, which I had at home, gave it to him the next day, paid straight away, and that's a retail customer for me. So it's not that hard when those kind of things are available to you with our product line. The other strategy I suggest you do, and it's a skill, I suppose, and there's a lot of knowledge there, is to know more about our product line. It's crucial that you should be using the product yourself. I don't know how, I don't know why, but customers just know when you don't believe in what you're selling and don't actually use it yourself. So the more you use your own products and the more you know about them, the better off you'll be. Because what you want to develop is your own product story, and then you simply want to share that story with others. I suggest that you know the features and benefits of our most popular product. So whatever it is that you like to use commonly, get to know more about them, because that's what people are going to see you using. That's what people are going to ask about. So know the ingredients and what the products can and can't do. You don't want to be able to, you want to be able to answer questions, but you don't want to look like you're a medical doctor either. So what I suggest you do is also learn where to direct people for more information and learn to use our marketing materials and tools. And that's the next idea I'm going to suggest here, is that hand out marketing material related to the product. Now, whether you have a catalog, brochures, business cards, whatever it is, just be sure to use them to inform people about suspension gel technology, what it does, and how they can use it. Not only do marketing materials, they save you a lot of time in having to explain things, but they help you appear much more professional. I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. Another strategy you can use is have the mindset that you're going to focus on finding one customer at a time. Now, this sounds crazy, but how do you get to 100 customers? Because everyone thinks, wow, 100 customers, I'd love to have that. But you can do it. And you do it by getting one customer at a time. So make it a goal to find at least one new customer every week. I'm sure if you're out there implementing some of these strategies, you will be able to do that. And talk to 5 or 10 people a week about this product, about what we have available, and I'm sure that you won't have a problem in doing that. The other thing I suggest is create a solid referral program. And what I mean by that is your happy customers, they'll be a great source of referrals if you do things right. Your goal is to over-deliver and provide great customer service to them. So you want your customers to know that you appreciate them. As you go ahead and find these new customers, create a referral program where you give people, say, for example, free product or even a cash bonus for referring others. Some people will naturally give you referrals, but that's not that common. So most won't unless you give them a reason to do so. The other thing I would suggest is think about setting up a booth at an event. So there's a lot of events that happen around town, in your town, and you may not even be aware of them now, but if you go ahead and ask your local council or your local community group, you'll find that there's a lot happening. And the good thing about booths is you don't have to go around chasing anyone. People are coming to you if what you've got on the table appeals to them. And if you can find a high traffic event where there's a lot of people walking past, you could meet with several hundred people in just one day. And you could not only sell products, but you can focus on getting leads as well of people that are further interested in getting more information. That's something to consider. Another strategy you can use, home presentations. Home parties are a great way to get lots of new customers. I know much of the growth in Italy has been through these home product demonstrations, and you can have one of your friends host a party, like a person in your sponsorship line, but you can set up, what you do is you set up a product display, do a short product demo, which is super easy with our products anyway, and answer questions and hopefully take orders. And the best thing about it is that you can work really smart with this and meet with 5 to 10 people at one time in one sitting. So this is one of the best ways to get lots of customers fast. And like I said, Italy grew really, really rapidly through this home presentation idea. The next idea I've got for you is have a short comeback line to when people ask, what's that? Now, I'm always using the gels in public. So there's a lot of times people ask me, what's that? And what you need to do is have an answer that rolls off your tongue. So mine is, it's a nutritional supplement in a gel for people who hate taking pills. And I just don't say anything more after that. Now, that answer is not going to appeal to everybody, but it does get people asking questions. And you need to come up with something that suits you. It doesn't have to sell them on the spot. You're not trying to sell them a product while they're standing in front of you. What you're trying to do is create curiosity, create them asking questions, and having a quick answer like that is something that's really important. And the final thing I'm going to suggest is, which is a really obvious one, but most people say it's very interesting how many people forget about it. But what I suggest is always be using your product. Now, never hesitate from using the product when you're out in public. It's a great way to attract interest. We've got a very unique product, packaged very uniquely. It's eye-catching. It gets people's interest, and you need to take advantage of that. The Thai team, led by Diamond Joe, they do a great job on social media of putting posts. They're out there enjoying life. They've got the products in their hands. Half the time they're taking a product, they've got it in their mouth. It always looks like they're having a lot of fun with these products. There's a lot of creative ways to be out there creating an interest. You just have to be willing to commit and imaginative enough to go out and do it. So there you are, guys. There's a few ideas in creating customers for your Agile business. And I've got to be honest with you, one of my biggest regrets in this business over the last few years is that I haven't taken enough time or even effort to put into creating solid retail customers. Because finding new team members is great, But having customers who love the product and use it month after month after month because they love the benefits is just outstanding. And if you do it right, your business will naturally grow and you'll have much higher retention rates in your business. You'll also make more money and have more fun. And just remember, if the products don't make sense to people and they don't have a true desire to use them, they don't see a real need to be part of your business. The products have to win them over first. And that's why it's important that we all create retail customers.